let's say $1,000 a month, a little bit more, but I'm just saying $1,000 a month for 48 months, $48,000. What's up, y'all? We back with another one. I'm on the phone, so I'm pretty much sure I ain't gonna have the effects, but we back with another one. I think I'm gonna name these series Big Sarge Presents or something like that. I think I'm about to go with a fro, but we'll see. But so this video right here, this first one is gonna be the reasons why you shouldn't rent. But that's gonna be the name. With the whole point I'm trying to get to is the reason why you shouldn't rent long, like for extended periods of time. All right, so keep in mind, so if you already at this point having your head like, man, I'm renting, forget that. If that's in your mind right now, just don't even watch the video, because I'm trying to give insight and tell you why you shouldn't do it. So if you already have in your mind that that's what you're gonna do, this video is not for you. All right, from the very start, here we go. So you gotta have a businessman, businesswoman mindset. So your mindset, you need to be thinking about long term, like, and this is towards a business, why you shouldn't rent with the business, but it also applies to a regular home and stuff like that. So keep in mind, you gotta have a business mind. So business. Don't think personal and don't think of your emotions and stuff like that, because I've did it. I'm gonna tell y'all about that too. All right, so very start, man. I always wondered how people own homes. Nobody talked about that in my family. Nobody talked about money. Nobody talked about what they pay, what they make. Nothing. All I knew was landlord. So when I was old enough, I did some research, like who's the landlord, what's a landlord, what does it cost to own a home, and all that. So I rented once, and I said I'm never renting again. Me, I rented one house for close to 4 years. So 4 years, approximately 4 years. And I was in an area where the property was increasing. So if I would have bought a house, I actually could have left with some money. Instead, I left with not even my whole deposit after 3 and some change years, close to 4 years. That just didn't sit with me, being a business person. So I was like, man, I just wasted a lot of money. Right, okay. Now, pull out my paper, I took some notes and everything. So renting, I'm finna give y'all the negatives first. So I might go off track a little bit, but just stay with me. I'm gonna give y'all the negatives first. Number one, this is the number one issue. The number one, the biggest to me. When you leave, you get nothing. You get nothing but your deposit. So say if you rent for 15 years and you leave, you get nothing but your deposit. 15 years. And I'm talking to the people in the you got an automotive shop and you rent for 15 years. 15. If you're able to pay 15 years to somebody else, you can pay 15 years to yourself. 15 years, I promise you. You can ask people who are still renting, who are older. You can ask them, because I've asked. I learned this with that first house. Like, I said no more. Number two, all right, so with your business mind, you got to think, you're going to pay. The first of the month, you're going to pay. But who are you going to pay? Are you going to pay somebody else, or are you going to pay yourself? So just think about it. You're going to pay either way. So this is what I say when people always say it's smarter to rent. It's smarter to rent if you move often like military people, or it's smarter to rent when, you know, that's your only option. You're not ready to purchase yet. So renting in a short term is good. Like I say, like 2 years or less, it's good. But you can't settle for renting for a long time, because like I said, if you could pay that loan, you could pay yourself, and you can pay yourself. So at first, like I say, you could pay the landlord or you could pay the bank. You got two options. landlord or bank. So you're gonna pay either way. You're gonna be paying. So who would you rather pay? Think about that. Third, which I already kind of hit on, you're gonna rent forever if you keep renting. You're gonna just keep going forever, and you got to get old. So once you higher up in the years, say if you rent it for 20 years, you can't afford to work no more. So you're gonna live with your kids. If you have some, you're gonna live with your family. What you gonna do? Because it's gonna happen. You're gonna hit the point where you can't work no more. And what you gonna do at that point? Think about it. Last, this is the one that I kind of want to read. This one, it hit me. Read the biggest reason why I told my wife. She was like, yeah, you need to go get a shop. I was like, the overhead is gonna be too high for me. Positive. You can always leave when your time's up. That's a big plus for some people. You know, people like to venture and see what they can get for whatever. But say if you at the same spot for 5 years and you like it, you know you're gonna like it, just buy. It's just more, it's better to buy. But if you just, let me just see what this is like for a year. I don't like it, I'm gone. Boom. Right? That'll work for you. Renting short term. Another reason to rent is the location. So say if you're trying to buy something, but you can't find a good location, but you know if you got this location for this amount of time and you could leave, which a lot of smaller businesses do, they go in the city, build their name, and then move out. Now they have a clientele, a base to start with once they transition to get what they want to be bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? So that's another positive. Those are like the only positive that I could find for renting. Short term and location. I mean, I don't really think it's nothing else. Oh, another one. You don't have to pay for maintenance. But, let me just say, but, you have some places who don't cover maintenance because, let's say if it's a house, a rental property that you rent, you don't have to pay for maintenance, right? Cool. So if you get a shitty landlord, a bad landlord, you may have to pay for maintenance. You may have to just take the maintenance out the rent. Or you might be battling with this person because they don't want to pay. Or, let's say shops. Hey, the roof leaking. Oh, man. You can move out if you want, but I ain't fixing it no time soon. You can go to something like that. Or you can say, hey, I can pay. Y'all just gonna take it from the rent. They say, all right, cool. You get in writing, and then it don't work for them or something. Nah, we don't really want to do that, but you can move out. You might have to pay for maintenance. You might not have to pay for maintenance. All right, buying. This is me, man. I'm big on buying. Let me tell y'all. The house I bought in Kansas, I was acting off emotion. Like I said, that first house, I was there 4 years, and I left mainly with nothing. Felt some type of way about that. Over, let's say, $1,000 a month, a little bit more, but I'm just saying $1,000 a month for 48 months, $48,000 that I paid to somebody, and I left with zero. 48,000. So you gonna, like I said, you gonna pay somebody, but who you wanna pay? So I choose to pay myself. The negatives for buying. Number one, you can't just leave fast. That's like obvious. But you just have to make sure that this is what you want before you do it. So you think about that, especially with a house and commercial property. Think about that. Number two, you can't move. Are you happy with where you at? Because I'm simple. I'm pretty simple. As long as I get my space, I can fit everything that I need. My location's all right. I got my fan base. I already got a clientele and base, right? So I'm good where I'm at. So wherever I'm at, with long as it's not crazy, stupid distance, then I know I'm fine. Everybody's good. All clients are gonna be happy. Work is gonna get pushed out, and we're gonna progress. So long as my location is good with me, and everybody else that's associated with me and getting business through me, they say, all right, we good, I'm good. So I don't have to move. Another negative, which is what I said about the positive of renting, is location. Your location may not be good for you. So you could do some things to spark your location or get your name out there, sponsor some videos, or pay for some sponsors to get your name out there, but you can always build your clientele with a bad location. I'm not saying a bad location like the area is bad. I'm saying like you're not on Front Street, basically. So location, that's one of the bad. But it could be a good too, because not everybody's financial situation are the same. You got people starting with 0, and you got some people starting with 100,000 that the granddad gave them. So location. Phone blowing up, man. That's all it do. I just got a call, but it wasn't nothing. It was scam likely. All right, so another negative is closing costs. So when you buy a property, home or commercial or whatever, you have to pay to transfer all the stuff, or like all the legal stuff for the location. Closing costs can range anywhere from, I ain't gonna even say it. I'm just say I average of $10,000. So it's $10,000 to be in your name worth it to you. Or you could have somebody that's just motivated to sell the spot that they're in, and they just say, I'll pay it all, because I've had it happen with the first house that I wish I never bought. They paid the closing costs. So I got money back for moving in that house. But like I said, I'm renting it out, and I ain't losing money, so that's a plus for me. And then another negative is maintenance. So once you own, something happen, you gotta pay. Think about it. If you're renting, you still might have to pay. So that should give you a good key, right? Take care of your stuff. Take care of your stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Because a lot of stuff is preventable if you actually take care of what you have. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the positives. These are the ones that I love. I love it. Positive. Number 1. When you sell, you get a portion of your money back. If you invested in that property and made it worth more, you're getting more than some of your money back. You're getting a plus. You're getting a plus. Let's say, number 2, let's say you run into, you win the lottery. You pay it off 100%. Now, the first of the month come, you ain't getting up with your utilities. That's it. You ain't paying nobody. In the year, in 1 year, all you're gonna pay is insurance and taxes. So the first of the month could come by. This is what I'm waiting on right here. First of the month come, I'm just like, shoot, pay who? I'll pay you for it, man. I ain't paying nobody. That's what I'm trying to reach that point, you know what I'm saying? Number 3, this is a positive. Some people might look at it as neutral. Get an appraisal on whatever you're buying. Get an appraisal. The reason why is to protect you. As I said, don't think emotionally and don't think on personal. Just because it's worth it to you don't mean it's worth it. Just because it's worth it to you, and you got the money or you got approved for the money, that don't always mean that the property is worth it. You'll get an appraisal and they'll tell you, hey, this property is worth this. So now you gotta offset the cost. So say if you buying a commercial property for $300,000, right? And the bank, they gonna say, oh, we need to get an appraisal. Appraiser gonna come and appraiser is gonna come and check out the property and say, all right, it's worth $300,000. Or they're gonna say, all right, it's worth $350,000. When the bank love that, the bank say, oh, it's worth more. That means if you default, they gonna sell it over and make more money. Or the bank could say, the appraiser could say it's worth $280. Now you have to tell the seller, hey, this property's only worth $280. I can offer you $280. Or you're gonna have to offset the $20,000. That's how that works. So it's there to protect you. So you just have to think about it. Is it worth it at the end of the day? But if everything come back good, hey, the bank is gonna say, all right, yeah, it's good. Or if you got the money, that's the big reason you want to get appraised. If you got the money, you paying it all out, you don't want to pay more than it's worth. It just don't make no sense. Think about it. Another positive for buying. The overhead is similar. It's going to be very, very similar. Very, very, very similar. But you're going to be the owner. That's a big plus to me. You don't have the same amount of headaches if you're renting or buying, unless you want to move. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. That's just my opinion, though. All right. The last thing I want to touch on with commercial property is loans. So, you can get a commercial loan for property, and it could be 3 to 5 years. The longest is 20 years, right? So, you know, regular loans is 30 years. So, think about this. You could set up a commercial loan for $100,000, and they're gonna have higher interest. They're gonna require you to have insurance. So, at the end, so whatever you choose, so say if you get a loan for $100,000, your payment's $500 a month, and you do a 5 year. So you pay $500 a month, all your principal to that point, and the end of that, whatever term you agreed to, it's called a balloon payment. You have to pay the rest in both. So basically, you're keeping it low to build that money. And the money start at the top of the hill like a ball with some tape on it, some glue on it. It's catching. So you rolling that money up. That way at the end, you just get them that balloon payment, big chunk. And now you got nothing but taxes and insurance. Same thing. But yeah, that's just my opinion on renting and why I think it's smarter to buy. That's just me. SES, I'm out.